This is my most important video. It is about education, social status, reverence, romance, and passionate blacks. And it's two things that people deny to the extreme. One, that martial arts come from Africa and are the central part of all African cultures, and really all cultures, where we see kings defined as great warriors first and foremost. It is later when the trade route bitches and those who practice fallacious thinking and logical fallacies then come to power, leveraging wealth and not social morality to gain positions of governance and leadership. Of the people who are thrown off the most by women and social status are blacks, who are the descendants of the martial art kings. Since society is unable to accept a spiritual order in this day and age. The closer you are to a martial arts pharaoh, mind, body, and soul, yes, this has everything to do with genetics, epigenetics, and eugenics, the more vulnerable you are in child development and junior high school development when you find yourself, and in high school, to romance-related issues, especially when there are group bullies rubbing it in and told to do so by their parents subtly or otherwise, sometimes directly, as the evidence would suggest when you consider the different cultures, liberal cultures, political groups, psyop groups, and so on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Think about the Klan and them. They're told to go harass these black guys who are sons of successful people so they don't grow up to be successful as well. Use women to do it. Play them out in front of their crushes, etc. You better, if you don't think that, just kill yourself. Just kill yourself. Now consider the obstacles one faces in explaining genetic components of the generations of love from intense forefathers that created this love. One can turn or convert into righteous indignation and channel or convey this righteous indignation into the focused strike of an intense black soul brother. So yes, I am going to say that my dad is a 6'4" brain surgeon with big hands that does surgical strikes and a big muscular African body. And I am going to say that the love that my grandmother had passed on through him, and he gave away millions in free service as a black who was caused to stumble during the civil rights movement in the 60s, where he became a brain surgeon. Not an Indian, not a Chinese person, not an African American, someone from Africa who spoke English as a fourth or fifth language. I am going to say that he's above the wisest and smartest people because of that genetic component. You have to consider stumbling blocks. You have to. Or just kill yourself right fucking now. Do it. That's an order. The mind goes into a state of willful forgetfulness when one is being tormented in this way, which in a natural environment may be a positive evolutionary trait, but has potentially deadly consequences in our fallacious and sophistic pederasty culture derived psychological construct. So what should I expect from women in the future if someone like me was to come along, which I don't believe they will? I do believe, because of the social circumstances of America, the propaganda campaign that they support with deadly soft kill policies, that I am going to be the last. The black community, where martial arts comes from, with this, the soul brothers are sabotaged to a ridiculous extent. Our churches are run by shallow government shells. If you don't know that, kill yourself again. So, number one, submission out of reverence is the least the most attractive women can do in this pernicious, deplorable, rapacious, wolf-filled state. Submission out of reverence. Absolutely, I should be the most desirable man naturally in this left-leaning state where nature and vegetarians and vegans and all these natural people, organic people, my goodness, Where is your shame? This is the country with the most martial arts schools where women throw themselves at martial artists I would kill in a split second with inferior genes. So help me God, inferior genes that you worship in the media. My goodness, where is your decency? Where is your heart? If you want equality, show heart. If you want to split my rightful place, the least you can do is match my heart, which you cannot, not even as a group. Not even as a group. Number 2, not to play stupid. My goodness, if you're going to be a leader in a world with billions of people, how dare you play stupid about these important things that have to do with spirituality and the nature of human beings? How dare you? Where is your decency? Where is your integrity? How dare you attempt to split my rightful place and not even have a basic degree of integrity? Number 3, not to group together to mock me, just like you did all throughout grade school, junior high, and high school. Just like it was done to a certain degree at University of Phoenix and the other colleges I went to. Your culture already is insulting enough, you crony capitalist, devil-worshipping, atheistic garbage. But then you come together to screen me out. For whose benefit? So help me God, it is the highest priority of me, for my heart, my mind, body, and soul, on honor, ancestors, and God Almighty. I will prioritize destroying every living spirit in the spiritual realm that contributed to this disgrace. You have dishonored the only ancestors you have worth honoring, and you have secured their violent fate in the spiritual realm. How dare you, lowly, sniveling forms of life, pretend for a second I am wrong? With all due respect, some yan-can-cook motherfucker? Some roly-poly motherfucker? I'd love to see him do 15 hits from Deontay Wilder's range in 1.2 to 1.4 seconds. They can't do it. And I'm not talking about Wing Chun punches from this range. I'm talking about the full boxing range, you uneducated MMA brutes. And yes, another definition for retard is brute. Speaking of definitions, Sophia means knowledge, wisdom, and science. A sophist is considered an expert wise man. But sophistetai is to become wise to deceive. Sophos, clever, wise, any class of ancient, the sophist refers to any class of ancient Greek teachers of rhetoric philosophy and the art of successful living, prominent about the middle of the 5th century BC. Remember, the 6th century BC was when pederasty became rampant in Greece and was characterized by pederasty, when older men would court little boys with flowers and have sex with them to teach them to be a man. They were known for their adroit, subtle, and allegedly often suspicious reasoning, to the point where a sophist is called a captious or fallacious reasoner. Sophistic, plausible, but fallacious. Fallacious means tending to deceive. Think about a logical fallacy or fall. Fall out of grace or out of truth or out of love. The guy who truly is aware of love is more sensitive to it. When they talk about body types, they say the tall, thinner guy is more sensitive to changes in the environment. From their own scientific, inferior perspective, they see it my way. My goodness. Yes, I expect you attractive women to submit. Yes, so help me God, you will be punished in the spiritual realm. And I don't want to see anybody, not even the most bold, audacious, devil-worshipping worm, mock me or God when I have passed. I will be waiting for you. I will be focusing my martial arts spirit to crush you and yours. Tens of thousands of years of submissive African warriors wait for all of you sniveling bitches to pretend that we just played with spears like a homosexual plays with his dick and that we didn't do war arts before any of you.